Are we rolling? Yes, he whispers. All right, what is up? What? Don't talk shit? You're ruining my intro.
Yeah, are you even in this? No. Okay.
We're breaking the third wall. Yes. Or the fifth wall? All right, well, what is up, podcast? Welcome to episode, God knows what, of the Raw U podcast.
Season 3, episode 3.
My mission is for that one day I will start one of these and I won't be apologizing for the fact that we just went MIA for fucking about 4 or 5 weeks.
You're going to stay consistent with it?
No.
Are we? You say no?
I said, are you?
I will. We
You
have
will?
to believe in ourselves. Grant, just like pull me and just do one with me alone if we have to.
Okay.
But we'll be consistent with these from now on. But yeah, we have Mr. Vaughn Walker on the podcast today. So
The second one. I got to
Yeah.
redeem myself from that last one. It was pretty bad.
you're a little sweaty and nervous,
Yeah.
but that was like you were so fresh to the
Yeah.
scene back then.
I was a noob.
You were a
That
little
was,
baby.
That was the first trip down, too. So, bro, the anxiety was going crazy.
Do you remember when was that? What month was that last year?
Oh, shit.
It's so crazy to think you haven't even been here a year.
Yeah, I mean,
Technically March you started, right?
yeah.
That's wild.
But still, it feels like it's gone a lot faster than it has.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot's
just
happened.
time just flew by.
Yeah. Now I feel like you're here more as like a host rather than a guest now. So
Feels good.
welcome back.
Yeah,
Less
thank you,
sweating
thank
this
you.
time. You're wearing a hoodie, so
Well, bro, it's like 62 degrees.
it's pretty
here.
fucking cold in here.
I got to have it.
It is, especially since you're used to Dubai weather right now.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
Is the hottest shit over there?
Dude, I thought Florida was bad, but it's like over there, it's just like that dry heat, and it gets fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like
You were there visiting your girl's family who lives there.
Yeah, I met him for the first time.
Yeah.
and it was nice, but
What's the city like, Dubai? I've never been.
So
We're going
there's,
later
like-
this year.
it's kind of broken down into like two parts. It's like a super wealthy part where it's like the common car is like a Bugatti, a Rolls Royce, and it's like
Like
it's a car
literally,
show
like
everywhere
every
you
car
go.
is like a supercar.
Yeah, and like
Wild.
even the architecture there, it's like it's I was telling them it's like people just took Jenga blocks and like stacked shit randomly and somehow made it stay, but it's fucking beautiful. And then they have like a downtown area which is like the average person, and it not that it's like a poor area, but you can definitely tell the difference between like the wealthy section and just like the average people. It's
Yeah.
just like, at least for the average people, it's like what it looks like here, and like the wealthy part, it's
Like just
bro,
something
it's
you can't
a
even
different
comprehend.
world. Yeah, like
That's
it's crazy.
Oh, I'm
But-
so excited to go out there.
What are you going for?
Raw.
Okay,
Raw stuff. I think we're launching. Well, we launched stuff over in the Middle East last year, but we're just doing more
gotcha.
there, and we're meeting our distributors and shit.
Yeah, I mean, when I was there, I trained at Binos One or something. It's like the main gym that's there, and like literally everybody goes there. Like, I think when I was there, I saw Andrew Jacked. He trains there,
Oh yeah.
and it was so cool going into the shops there because it was literally right when I walked in. It was like Revive on the one side, and it was like right in front, and then like a whole wall of just like raw shit.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah, but dude, it was funny. But when I walked in there, the guy's like, "Oh yeah, like everything's half off except for on Revive." I was like, "Of course, bro."
Typical.
I
These
was like,
assholes
sick.
don't have sales.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But,
that's us.
Yeah, no, it's a sweet place over there.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool. And now you're back. Are you getting back
I'm
into the
back.
swing of things? I feel like.
for the most part.
When did you compete last year?
Yeah.
June, July,
Yeah,
and then
So-
you kind of had a little like struggle getting back into it.
yeah. I just like, I feel like I followed my reverse for like, I don't know, a month or so, and then I just put on a bunch of weight, and I felt like a fat fuck. So
Yeah.
I kind of just like, I started beating myself up on it because I wanted to actually stick with the reverse and like actually look good. And I would just wake up and like look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck are you doing? Like you look like shit. And it trashed my mental for a bit. But like recently, I've been like following diet and like
Yeah.
kind of just getting like my mental right. And I feel a lot better. So I'm starting to like actually push the off season.
Did you find it
Really
was just
big.
hard? Like 'cause that was your first show, and it
Yeah.
was you had 2 shows, and it was a bit. You got a fucking pro card immediately, so it
Yeah.
was kind of like this. All this pressure for this one goal, this big thing. Then it was this big accomplishment, this huge like dopamine rush, and then all of a sudden you're like, "What the fuck do I do with my life now?"
Exactly,
And
yeah.
is that why it was hard to get back
Yeah,
into it?
I felt like I reached like the highest point of my life, and then after that, and like I went to LA and like celebrated and shit, and like after that, it was kind of just like, not that it went downhill, but it felt like it was going downhill.
Well, I mean, literally physiologically in your brain,
Yeah.
you're running out of fucking happiness hormones to feel
like
good.
that dopamine just like crashed. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, like I don't know what to do now.
What did you do? Because I feel like that's something that's very common amongst people, and I've been through that competing too.
Yeah.
And I know me and you are pretty mellow people. We're not used to high highs so
Yeah.
much. So like, is there something you did, or is it just time of just like accepting where you were and letting your body go where it went, and or what'd you do?
I think it was more just like I needed time to like realize that wasn't like the highest point in my life. Like I'll have something like that again.
Yeah.
Or and not even that I need a high point like that. Like I'll have like happiness again. So basically I just took a decent time like away from social media, and even like I really didn't like talk to friends or anything, bro. Like I kind of just like
Grant's over here
Yeah.
giving the side eye.
I kind of just did like my own thing for a minute, and that helped me realize like the more important shit in life. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you're young.
Yeah.
Isolation can be a good thing at some
Yeah,
like,
I
for the right
definitely
amount of
needed it.
time.
Yeah,
I lived alone for a while too, and I was just at a point in my life I needed where I like didn't talk to anyone, and just was like very alone in my own bubble, and just like
Yeah.
discovering what I really needed. You know,
yeah. I needed that discovery. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know. It definitely helped though.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm back.
So now you're back, and then you also injured yourself.
I did, bro. It was like I was starting to get. Bro, I was
I
starting
don't
to
remember
get
talking,
better.
and people
Yeah.
were like, "Vaughn's finally feeling good." I message you. I'm like, "He's finally feeling good," and then I see on your story you're like, "Tore my calf." I'm like, "This motherfucker!" Like, come on.
Yeah,
And
dude,
for those that
it was
don't know,
such ass.
Vaughn has the most beautiful calves in the world. So we were all a little heartbroken.
Yeah,
I was a little
dude,
happy
like,
because they were too nice.
I was like, of course, like this is the one muscle group that I fuck up because it's literally my best body part. And I'm like that's the moneymaker right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, bro. But
It wasn't a full tear though, right? That's
no, it was partial. Well,
Yeah.
I partially tore it. I guess that's the terminology, in like 2 different spots, and it was like up towards the top of my calf and like kind of down by my Achilles. So like when I was like walking, like I could barely walk. And when I did it, like I got off the machine, put weight on it to test it, just knee buckled, I fell. I was like fuck, but it was like a partial tear in 2 spots, and I got it was like a PRP treatment.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what it was, but he shoved a needle like right into the 2 tears and injected, I think it was like platelet rich plasma. I think that's what it is. And like sped up the healing process. But what I didn't know is that I was supposed to keep getting those treatments. Like I thought it was like a one and done kind of thing.
Growing.
Yeah. But I was supposed to keep getting it and I didn't. And that prolonged the healing
healing?
process. So
Did you ever take peptides or anything,
no.
bro?
So I know I
We
fucked up. Bro.
fucking work for Revive right here.
But bro, the last time I was in Florida was when? Like,
That's fair. That's
I've
fair.
been gone forever, bro.
That's fair.
Like,
Well, you should get it now, regardless.
I should.
Because
Yeah.
even if it's leftover shit,
Yeah.
it'll help it heal faster.
Like, I still feel like the little lingering pain, but for the most part, it's like, it's pretty chill.
That's
now,
good.
So,
Have
yeah.
you trained legs and everything? Fine.
I've been like, I've done legs twice since it happened. So, 2 like very mid leg days in the past 2 months.
Yeah.
So my legs are shrinking, and I'm looking at them right now. I'm like, bro, why do you have shorts on? But I should be starting to get back into it. I want to train at least him like once or twice in like the next week or so to try to get it going again. But
They ease back into it.
yeah, I'm
you don't
not
need
trying
to
to
murder them
that's
twice
what
a
I'm
week
saying.
right
I'm
now.
just not trying to fuck up my legs
Yeah.
again. So I'm just gonna take it easy, at least for the get go, and then
What is your like plan right now to like I'm a huge believer in momentum, and that's why I find it hard myself even post show. Like last year I took fucking 3 months off training, and then I got COVID, and like getting back to training was so hard for me because I lost my momentum.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in prep and you have this fucking snowball of momentum, you're just like, you don't even think, you're just gunning, you know?
just dialed in the whole time.
So do you have like a plan? Because you have to off season now, you got to grow and get
Yeah.
back to whenever you want to compete again as a pro now. The big fucking,
Yeah,
the
I
big
know.
step up
I
now.
know.
What's your plan to kind of build up that momentum? Are you going to jump back into killing yourself? Are you going to slowly build? Is there like routines you're like enabling into your lifestyle right now? Or what are you doing?
So like the main priority right now is getting back into content and like basic training because I
Yeah.
haven't really trained.
It's a good YouTube series, Basic Training.
I'm
Basic
very
training.
happy to hear that. Extremely happy.
Yeah.
to
Grant
hear
has a
that.
second job now.
But like I said, like the content like took a crash when like everything happened. So literally the day that I got back here, picked up the camera and like I wanted to film. Like I was excited to pick up the camera and film and shit. So I'm just gonna keep pushing that. I want to get like, I don't know, hopefully 2 videos a week. See how that goes. But I'm gonna keep myself like to that, and that's like something I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1 priority right now is content, and then at least like training wise, I gotta grow. So like I don't want to do men's physique anymore. Like obviously I want to go to classic, so I just have to put on a bunch of tissue. So next show is probably gonna be, at least the way that it's looking now with like the injury and shit, probably like 2 years. Like I just want to give myself a decent amount of time to put on like solid tissue before I strip it all off.
Like you won't compete on the men's physique, bro. You just want to go to classic.
I just want to go to classic.
Fair
Yeah,
enough. Respect.
that's the goal.
Good class.
Yeah. So
I can see a
But-
lot of YouTube videos of Chris giving Vaughn the ways of the road
Yes.
to make it to classic physique.
the ways of the road.
The ways of the road.
Yeah.
And then in 12 years, when you're ready for the Olympia, I'll retire and you can take my spot.
Well, you started in the open, right?
I started an open, yeah.
Yeah. See, he had to downsize, but I have to like I have to
still had to
grow
put
into
on weight. I
classic.
competed in the open. I was just skinny. I was just fucking shredded with great structure. But I was like 217 pounds as an open bodybuilder, 6'1".
Oh,
I was
shit,
skinny.
okay.
But
how,
like
how much did you weigh?
217
Okay.
at 6'1".
How much
In
you
open
now?
bodybuilding. What?
What do you know? Like 250
On stage or
on stage?
on stage I was 239.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Fuck. Yeah,
I've only
that's a
put
lot of
on
weight.
like 22 pounds in
Yeah.
6 years. But like it's a vast difference. I put on weight technically because I was such a skinny open guy.
Gotcha.
There was no classic back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were kind of forced to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was ready to retire when I got my pro card. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to be 300 pounds right now.
Bro,
And the
imagine
classic came
imagine if he retired.
Dude, the world may have never known about Chris
It
Vaughn.
Exactly.
would have
That's
never
what I'm
happened.
Oh
saying.
my god.
I'd be a
Holy
fucking
shit.
gym teacher in Ottawa, Ontario right now or
Is that
some
what you went to
bullshit.
school for?
What? No, I was in health sciences, but I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do.
Bro, imagine Chris is your gym teacher.
That'd be hilarious.
Would you
Holy
keep the
shit.
stash?
Just all this potential, just like setting this fucking pissed off gym teacher. I'd probably be a great gym teacher, though, you know?
I could see it.
I was going
He
to do
would've-
biology and gym.
He would have been the gym teacher where you had to be a tryhard in gym.
Oh yeah, bro. He'd
No,
be,
I wouldn't like tryhards.
Really?
Oh, fuck
I feel like
that.
he'd be like drilling people though.
No.
Yeah. You'd put him
I'm
online.
too laid back. If the tryhards in like gym class, I'd be like, relax, bro. It's gym class. Like, have some fun, man. You know? I'd be more of a chill guy than that, I hope.
Yeah. I see like the good and bad of it, because like if I'm only going to train to do content, it's like it's kind of like forced training, and I'm like, I just wouldn't want to be there just for the video. And I know people like that, and it's shitty because like they train and like good, and they only train for content, and it's like it seems like they fucking hate themselves like in the gym, but. We good?
Switching mics.
No, just pull the mic to you.
Are we gonna have to change the camera?
No, you're good. No. Okay, this looks
Jesus.
sus. This looks
Yeah,
very-
chill.
Removing that. Alright.
Is that in the camera
No.
now? All right.
No, because it goes over. You're good.
Okay. What the fuck was I saying?
Not only doing content for training or not training only for content.
Oh well, I think if I start training harder, like going to the gym, like getting back on schedule and shit, like I'm gonna want to incorporate content into that daily schedule.
Mhm.
So I think just me wanting to train is gonna help the content in like the long run, because if I'm in the gym, like I'm gonna film, like at least
Yeah.
I'll try to push filming. So I don't know. I think there's like they definitely help each other, but I don't want to just be going to the gym to get content.
Of course,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge believer, and some people hate this, and it was like trending to hate this on the internet for a while. But fake it till you make it. I like some people are like, oh, it doesn't work, but I'm like, for me, it often works, and I don't think you should push it too hard. But I don't think people are like, just do whatever you want to do all the time. You know, like if you like, it's the thing that forces you to come into the gym now or helps you is content. 'Cause people are waiting to be consistent, and like, oh, I gotta go train, do content. And then you build that momentum.
Yeah,
And
I can definitely
to.
see how it helps.
And
yeah.
then you're like kind of faking it at the beginning, but then when you get going, you're like, okay, I love this. You know, you love it. Now that you're back in the routine, you're like fired up to do it for the right reasons. So
I guess, yeah.
So, but some people, I know what you mean. They can just fully just like only be there for videos. And
Yeah,
their
and bro,
workouts
it's just
suck
like-
because they're just like getting the right angle and
Yeah.
shit. Brutal.
Which is like most of the social media influencers
Yes.
now.
yes.
Yeah.
This guy right here, is fucking
Yeah.
Sebastian. That's
Well, I
so
still
true.
can't believe you shaved his head.
I know it's pretty bad.
That's what I'm known as.
I think it looks better though than that rat's nest that was on his head before.
Ouch.
Yeah, you need the buttons on there.
The wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. All right, next topic of grilling you.
Wow.
Vaughn's Treats.
Vaughn's Treats. Well, you're part of it.
But it's Vaughn's Treats.
It is Vaughn's Treats.
Well, then we can grill each other. What was the reason behind doing this? Because I feel like that was your concept. You came up with it. You were excited to do it.
Yeah.
What drove you to do that, and what's going on with that?
So at least as like the beginning idea of it, I was in the car with Dom, and well, prior to that, I was like, "Yo, do you want to get a raw tattoo?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go right now." I was like, "All right, bet." And we hopped in his truck, and on the way to the tattoo shop, I was like, we were kind of just like bullshitting, talking, and I was like, you know, like I want like something for myself. I was like, it's dope, like having sponsors and that kind of thing, but that only lasts for like so much time. And I kind of want like my own thing, and we were talking about like what we could do, and like now it's like the thing to have like a Rice Krispie before the gym, and we were kind of talking like if
That's
we
something you did?
well, just like everybody right now, it's like they take a Rice Krispie for like
Yeah,
a
but
pump
did
or
you
some
do that
shit.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that'd be cool if you throw protein in it and kind of just like start that up. And like out of that, we kind of just built the idea of like Vaughn's Treats. I didn't know that we were gonna call it Vaughn's Treats until like the very last minute. Like I thought it was gonna be something completely different,
Yeah.
but
Because we were kind of calling it just to like
as a joke,
have
yeah.
something to identify it as.
Yeah.
We were just like, yeah, Vaughn's Treats
Vaughn's
thing,
Treats.
right?
Yeah.
And then it was just like, kind of sounds catchy.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, but
Like Aunt Jemima's.
like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
You know they got rid of that name?
Did they?
Aunt Jemima.
Why? Aunt Karen.
Well, let's hope that mine doesn't get changed.
There's no backlash behind the name. So you're
You're good.
Yeah, but yeah, I kind of just want like my own thing, and obviously Dom, who he is, like he kind of like set it all in motion, and we're at where we're now, and we have the final product, which you tried and you said you liked it.
Yes, yes. I was fired up with that
delicious,
because the first one we tried,
It was ass.
we tasted. It was good though.
in
but
relation to the
in
one
relation,
that we have now,
that's my point
it was
though.
so bad.
We tasted it and we're like, okay, it actually tastes good
Yeah.
considering it has protein and shit. But it was the protein crisp that were kind of like stale. And we thought it was stale, and he was like, "No, it's just the protein crisp." And we're like, "Oh, okay." And then we're like, "Let's try another sample." And that one was ass.
Yeah,
That one was
It
shit.
so bad.
And then there was another round that you guys tried without me, I think. And then when I was at the Olympia, the fourth or fifth one came, and you guys were like, "This is
Yeah.
it. This is fucking crack." And I was like, "Well, bring me
good.
one." And you guys didn't bring me one to the Olympia.
Bro, I was hitting up Dom. I was like, "Yo, do you need me to bring this? Like, is there anything I do to get it to Chris for the Olympia?" He's like, "Nah, bro, I'll take care of it."
I'll do it.
I was like, "All right, yeah,
No,
he's got
no,
it.
no.
He's got it."
No chance.
And then, yeah, nothing happened. So.
No. But I got to try it when I came back here,
Yeah.
and it tasted better than like a Kellogg's Rice Krispie treat. It
Yeah,
was good.
it's like, I don't know how they did it. Like, obviously it's different manufacturer, but
Yeah.
like between the first one and this one, it's like
Night and
complete
day.
difference.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that,
I'm so excited for these to launch, bro. Like,
I know, me too.
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I'm fired up about that. It's nice when you actually fucking, like, we've gone through straight up some samples where we're like, it's good, and just done it.
Yeah.
And then we've done more samples after, and we already have the product out, and I'm like, fuck, these samples are way better. Like,
Yeah.
Then we changed it to the better ones, but it's nice that we actually, like, took the time to do it right the first try.
Oh, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
launching a brand, like, you got to fucking nail it. Because
Exactly.
someone's first impression, if they had a stale Rice Krispie
Like,
treat,
the
they're
fuck is this?
yeah, you
Ass.
fucking assholes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be good, though.
But what are your like overall thoughts on it?
On what?
The whole Rice Krispie thing? Because like,
I think it's great.
Dom reached out to me the one time and he's like, yeah, like Chris wants to be more incorporated into this or this and that, like give him more updates and shit. And I felt bad because it was kind of just like, not that I felt like we were like leaving you out, but like you weren't like as incorporated as us, and I felt like shit for doing that. And, like I think I came up to you and I apologized.
You
for
did,
it
yeah. I feel like you were just well, we were both all over the place.
Yeah.
You were being in like a flaky Vaughn moment, and I was in prep, so it was just like is what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna start coming soon, so we just gotta start rolling with it.
Yeah, I think that final meeting for like packaging and shit is this week. So
It's tomorrow, right? Thursday.
oh yeah, fuck tomorrow. It's the
Wednesday
12th.
now. Yeah. So we're gonna get rolling with that soon.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. And,
Yeah.
hopefully it launches like within the next, I don't know, month or two. That'd be cool.
And then we got to start sampling new products. So everyone, comment below what treats you want next. Vaughn's already got some ideas.
Got some ideas.
So maybe the third one that they can pick.
Yeah.
Or we'll at least get ideas from you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm fired up about that.
I'm too.
What does it feel like trying to launch a brand like that? And is it different than you thought
Dude,
going
it's
into it?
fucking nerve-wracking.
Because you haven't even gotten to the scary or hard part yet. This is like
I know this
just
is
the initial
easy
playground.
Part, bro.
Yeah.
But like, it's something that's like always on my mind because I'm like, I always have that like, I know that it won't fail, but there's always that like sense of doubt. And I'm somebody who like, if I start thinking about something, it's just gonna fucking snowball.
Yeah. Do you go to bed at night now? You can't sleep sometimes. Just
Yeah, bro. I'm just
ideas
thinking
racing.
about it. I'm like, this is gonna crash and burn, and like, I'm like, fuck.
No.
But
You got to worry about it's gonna succeed, but the level at which it will succeed.
Yeah.
That's better to worry about it failing.
yeah, true. But
But is there any literally any thing that was like for everyone wants to be an entrepreneur right now? Is there anything with this starting up that you're like, fuck, this is different than I thought, or is it too kind of close to the beginning phase? Because once it's launched, it gets really hard. But what kind of process of difficulties or stuff have you faced, or
with like the whole thing?
yeah, was kind of starting it all, or expectations that are different than you thought?
I thought it was gonna be something that was kind of like not that it would be like more relaxed, but I didn't realize how much shit goes into making a brand.
Yeah.
And it's like Dom's handling a bunch of like the back end shit, but like for the most part, I'm doing like most of the meetings with designing and that kind of thing. And those are just consistent meetings where like we go over the most minuscule things in one meeting, and I feel like we don't accomplish anything. And then we go to the next meeting and talk about the shit we went over last meeting. It's just like, it's just so much that goes into it. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot less than it actually is, but we've been working on it for fucking like months and months now. Yeah.
I mean, you're also going ahead. Like most people start branding wise with a lot less than what we're building right now, and that's why I'm the one. That's the company that we're working with. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
And I brought them to us, and it was too late for Raw to work with it. I'm like, finally, we have something we can use them for.
Yeah.
Because they fucking are all about those little details.
Yeah.
And most people,
I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just
a
like,
lot.
I didn't realize how much went into it.
yeah, and that's just one aspect of
Exactly.
it. There. Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, they're fucking good though. It'll be worth it.
yeah, for sure. I'm happy that we're doing it this way rather than like half-assing it at first and then having to like trace our steps backwards.
Yeah. Did that make you more excited compared to being an influencer and competing, or like of those three things in your life right now? What's
This is
number one excitement?
This is probably number one excitement, like at the moment, just because of like not the hype that's gone into it, but like all the work that's gone into it, and just kind of just me like waiting for it to happen. It's just like a build up, and I just want it to like launch already, and like I'm excited to see what it, at least the turnout of it. So that's kind of like number one in my head right now, because I've always wanted like a self brand or like a company that I can say like I'm part owner or owner of, because
Founder, creator,
yeah, because my parents, they my mom, she owns or owned a landscaping business, and it did really well, and then now she owns a butcher shop. So like just seeing her being able to do that, like owning a company, I think it's really fucking sick that I'm able to not follow in the footsteps, but do something really similar to her.
I mean, close, yeah. Entrepreneur parents and chasing a similar dream,
so, it's definitely up there with like my number one right now.
There's also something which you start to learn too, and like the more fear that comes with something, and the more like quote unquote negative emotions that can be like associated with something you're doing means that there's more positive to come from it too.
Oh, for sure.
So with like, with Young LA, there's a drop coming. If you don't sell a lot, it's like, oh shit, like I wish I made some more commission. But like Young LA doesn't fucking care. They have 20 other athletes. Their company's still good.
Exactly.
They're not failing. Like you fuck this up, you fuck up a whole company.
Yeah.
All that pressure, that's fear and shit. But when it succeeds, it's so much more rewarding because it's your work, it's your responsibility and all that.
Exactly. So.
Not to add more pressure onto you, but
Well, it's not that it's adding pressure because I know I have good people behind me that'll kind of like not lead the way for me, but like kind of point me in the right direction. So
for sure, yeah.
Like that's exciting in itself.
Yeah.
Just to like be taught by these.
Just the system even we've built of like startups with Raw and everything, and just kind of jumping into the river of that like flow is just like a fucking skyrocket cheat code, Yeah. So then you just have to hustle along that and you're good to go.
Yeah. So overall I'm excited for it, but yeah.
Beautiful. Anything else you want to share with us?
With that?
With your life?
With my life?
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, I think we covered everything. Like recent travels, my mental state, my business endeavors.
It's like a therapy session for you.
That was a pretty casual therapy session.
That's how it should
Didn't
be.
dig that deep into his brain.
Chris can dig deep.
Leave that for the second one.
But all right, let's take a different approach. So we kind of talked about recent events, but now let's kind of like look back at our 2022 since we are in the new year. Not slowing down, but when you take a moment, what were your top moments? Could be good or bad, like just for growth in general of 2022.
Probably. Obviously, the top moment was getting my pro card. That was fucking sick. Going to a bunch of different places, traveling. I don't know. For the most part, it was just like 2022 as a whole was like really good on like the middle portion, like the back end of it, but the beginning of 2022 was like before I joined Raw, and it was like that's kind of before everything like took off. So it was like it was a huge year for me, at least, like growing on social media, growing as a person, and it definitely changed. Like
Changed the trajectory.
It's cliche, but it changed my life.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah.
Think
of where you were a year ago.
Chris,
that's
do
what
you
I'm
know
saying.
The backstory?
What?
So do you know, like, if Vaughn never came here back in March, what would you be doing?
Well, if I didn't,
Linesman?
if I didn't start like social media, I went to school to be a police officer. Like I got like my criminal justice degree and like criminology or something.
Yeah.
And
or something. I don't know. I just spent a few years in school.
Well, it was like
it
was exactly like I really don't care about it, like because when I was doing it, I was like, this is like it was like bullshit courses, and like I didn't want to be there. So it was my senior year, and it was the one class that I kept pushing on, or two classes were like the actual policing courses. And once I took them, I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to be a police officer, bro. So I went to school all this time just to get to those last two classes, and it was like, I was like, fuck, like I don't know what to do. And I was like, you know what, I'll go to law school. And I was like, I thought it was a great idea at the time, but
like to go be a lawyer.
After I graduated, I was like, there's no fucking way I can do more schooling after this. So I was like,
not to mention a law school, which
exactly,
is hell.
I know. But I kind of just like, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do.
When was that? What time frame was that you graduated that, and you were like,
that was
2021.
2021, yeah.
The end of the year, or
it was like spring.
The end of the school year. Spring.
Yeah. So I think it was like May, and then I graduated. Didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. Kind of took the summer. And like I worked in my parents' butcher shop, kind of like trying to figure shit out.
You didn't even have social media at this point, right?
No.
Yeah.
I think it was like
pictures of his dog.
It was like the typical like a
45-year-old white dude.
Yeah. So it was just like,
discovered Instagram.
I had like this botched social media page, and then I think it was Grant. Like he was like, "Yo, like come take photos or come lift or train with me and like another buddy." And I was like,
"You still trained, right? Were you still into the gym and everything?"
Bro,
I love the gym.
It was a brick house.
Okay,
from the start. I remember I was I want to say the Tilton story again. Back 2019 or 2020 Arnold, when the expo got shut down because of COVID, we came back. I trained at Tilton Fitness, the gym we both trained at. Me occasionally, he was a main person there, and he was training legs, of course. But young as you were, how old were you? Like 20 at that point?
Probably like 19, 20 something.
19, 20. Dude, he put my physique to shame, bro.
Well, it's hard to like say that my physique looked good because you are talking to a 4-time fucking.
No, but like put it in
For a,
Yeah.
for a young kid,
I
probably
guess,
better
yeah.
than me at 18, 19.
I don't know. It's just like
Maybe not your legs, but overall.
yeah. I just like I don't know. I had like a decent structure, but it was like I played baseball all throughout high school, and it was my junior senior year. I peaked my junior year because that's when I started going to the weight room and shit. And my coach was like, "Bro, you're training too much. Like you're not focusing as much on like baseball. Like you're too much in the weight room." And I was like, "Well, it's just this is how it's gonna be. Like I'm sorry, but this is what I want to do."
Yeah.
And like I continue to do that, and like we still won, bro. We won states, which is like the first time we won in 50 years. My senior year. So don't get me wrong, we did good, and like I wasn't shit, but I wasn't the best.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about like playing in college and shit, but I was like, I just want to stick to the weights and just kind of like do my own thing.
It paid off.
It was always just lingering there.
Yeah, it was just
of
like
where your life was going to go. But
yeah.
he had to test out being a lawyer and a police officer along the way. But
Well,
the gym was just there.
Bro, it's like that's not even like the end of it, because after I graduated, and I was still in that area of I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, I want to be a linesman and work on like power lines and shit because they make great money. I want to live in Florida. That's like a hot spot for it. I was like, I'll just do that and work some like really shitty hours for.
Bro,
like
why would you want to
30
be down in Florida?
Huh?
Be like 110 degrees up there, like outside in all summer.
Well, they get I think they're like one of the highest paid linesmen in like the United States. So
I don't know what a linesman gets paid.
It's upward of $90K starting salary.
yeah, so it's like
Danger
decent
pay?
amount of but it's like you don't have to go to like university for it. Like I think it's like a 2-3 month course that you kind of just like fuck around on power lines or some shit. Like I don't know.
That
I was
shit's
at the
hard,
point, like,
man.
yeah, it's
They're
hard.
the reason
but,
they
like,
get paid a lot. It's dangerous too.
yeah, that's the biggest thing is just because it's dangerous. But I was like, I don't really want to do that either. So I knew about some social media influencers through Grant, and I was like, I'll just give that a run. And it was fucking slow, but it kind of like took off.
I mean, it wasn't slow. Might have felt slow, but
At the beginning, it was slow.
yeah,
it was like,
it took me 4 months to pop off.
Damn.
well, like
That's not slow.
when you're grinding for the 4 months and you don't see anything in like return, it's just like, I don't know. I was at the point I was like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it
for
finally
sure.
happened. I was like, oh, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like it was a waiting game for a little bit, but I popped off and then got a couple of sponsors, and I'm like, what, I could probably make this into something. And that ultimately led me down here at Raw, and that was like kind of the turning point of my life, kind of just like actually switching into this full social media influencer.
Yeah.
So 2020, like it was good to me. So
2022?
2022, my bad. Yeah,
2020.
2020.
What year are we in right now?
That was my junior year of college. I'm stuck in college. But yeah, 2022 was definitely a big year for me. So
What's your I'm curious because we talked about like on a smaller timeline when you competed, then that post show was like a little bit of a lull, and then now it's like a full. You look back on a longer time span, you had a full year of like moving to Florida, starting with Raw, becoming one of our main guys, social media popping off, being a top young LA athlete, traveling to LA, traveling to Dubai, getting a new girlfriend, starting a business, all this shit, and then like that's all big and exciting, but like life will slow down and it will be turned into just like that same shit, but grinding on that same shit. How do you think you're going to be able to like avoid that like post show blues as almost like a post like crazy year blues? Or like, do you think,
I think now that was the first time I ever experienced something like that in my life, where like I had that super high and then that like huge crash, and I didn't know how to handle it, didn't know how to like get myself out of it. But now it's not that I'm going to be prepared for it, but I feel like I definitely have better like coping mechanisms on like ways to get myself back to what normal life should be. If I do experience like, well, I'm experiencing it now, like that high of like everything happening. But if I do like start to crash again, like I'll be able to handle it a lot better than I did previously, because I have a little bit of experience with that now. So
Do you ever like take a step back and like reflect on the parts of your life that are truly like necessary versus like bonus, you know? I always think of like the stuff that's bonus versus stuff that's like you need to be happy and to like thrive, you know? Like this is all beautiful and great, but like you'd be fine without it, you know? At the end of the day, it would suck for a while, but do you ever like take a step back and like just understand that like without the sponsorships and the fame and this and that, you'd still be Vaughn, you'd still have family and friends, and they'd still be okay, and kind of separate those two and like understand that? Or have you not tried that yet?
I mean, I've thought about it a little bit, because like I feel like this whole like everything that's happened within the past couple of years, it kind of brought out like who I actually was. Because growing up, like I was always like I'm still introverted and like quiet at some times, but like I was like, when I was younger, I was so quiet. Like I didn't talk to anybody. Like I was so shy, bro. But this kind of like, I feel like it brought out who I actually like am. And I don't know, it definitely like, it's crazy to like, now that you just said it, like I'm trying to like look at what my life would be like without it. I feel like obviously we've been like way different, but I don't think without everything that happened, I don't think I would be like my truest, happiest self. Yeah. Because this kind of broke me out of my shell. I'm sure I would have found it eventually, but this was like,
that did it.
Yeah.
In this
so it might have taken like another fucking 10 years. I was a 30-year-old man who was still like shy as can be, and like I don't know, but this like it helped a bunch. So yeah.
No, I was very similar to that. I was probably a slightly less shy, but very shy. Yeah. And I always find it interesting when I meet kind of a shy, and I don't want to say it's in a bad way, but kind of insecure. My shyness came from insecurity. So and I'm sure a lot of yours did too. And a lot of these people identify themselves as introverts and say the reason they were quiet is because they were an introvert. But an introvert doesn't mean you're insecure at all. You know?
Oh, no.
And I think I identified a bit as that, being like, I'm just introvert. I'm just shy. I'm just quiet. You know, I don't like being in front of people. I fucking hated it. And same thing now. I'm like pushed with a camera in front of my face. Now I'm fucking giving speeches at the Olympia and fucking traveling around doing all this bullshit. I'm like, fuck. Ask me when I was in high school if I was going to be doing this. I'd be like, no, thank you. I'm gonna go hide in a corner, you know?
Yeah. Well, how does that feel for you now? Because like, what are you at, like 13 mil on
14 now.
14? Yeah. What the fuck, bro?
C-bomb.
So how's that feel knowing that you have like this much influence on not only like kids, but it's like, it's weird to think about, but like the average person that looks up to you, and like how does that feel?
It's weird.
It's weird.
I don't even really comprehend it all the time. And usually not, and I'm not good at connecting over the phone or over social media or anything like that. So I see a lot of that, and it's hard for me to take it in. But when I travel and I meet people and I like see emotion, I'm like, holy fuck! Like, I can see 5 people that I've impacted a lot in real life, and now I'm gonna be holy fuck versus like fucking 10,000 comments and me being like, oh, they're all just. It's hard for me to understand that.
Yeah.
So that's what's changed a lot in the last year, because I never used to travel and meet people so much, and doing that made me be like, holy fuck, this is like a lot. And there's definitely a responsibility I feel that comes along with that. But of all of I've learned, and going back to like what's important and shit, none of the people know who I am. Not that I don't appreciate that and stuff, but like I'm not doing anything for them.
Yeah.
I'm staying true to myself and trying to be the best person I am, because those are the morals and values that I believe in and that my parents and people that I value instilled in me.
Yeah.
And then as a byproduct, I'm proud of the fact that of the people who take something from me, I believe they're getting something positive. I believe I am a positive role model. I'm a good person. I have good values. I always treat everyone with the same kind of respect and everything. And I think someone in my position that's like a responsibility that you should understand and know. Because if I'm a fucking guy just on social media and I'm like posting pictures of a new girl every week or at clubs partying, and people are like, yeah, I want to be successful like C-Bum and go fucking be a fuckboy. You know, it's like, if I was me,
like,
cool, but I don't think people really enjoy that
showing all
long
the
term.
flashy stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Whereas I try and really just, like if I do something cool or expensive, I don't show that off. I enjoy that for myself.
Yeah.
I try and show like what really matters to me. So
The
I
important
think
things in life.
exactly
Yeah.
the important things. So I think I've just tried not to get caught up in the whole world of it, and just like if I was, and I always find it interesting. And I was talking with Courtney about this, the fact that if I was exactly who I was, but I had 0 followers on Instagram, I had never won any Olympias, and I wasn't, but I was the exact same person, I would just be he's a cool dude, you know?
That
It would-
average gym teacher.
he's a nice guy. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
what about Chris? Like if you ask someone like, what do you think of Chris? It's cool. He's nice.
Yeah.
But because I have 14 million followers and all this respect from people look up to me. I've won 4 Olympias and all this shit, and I'm still just a normal, nice dude. People are like, he's so great. Blah, 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 he's amazing. You know, but I'm like, I know in my brain, I'm like, I'm just a normal person.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's kind of something I used to not let it go in my head, but I just find that concept so interesting that you can be the same person, but externally people view you differently. So it's like extrapolated how great those things are about you. But I'm still just fucking no more special than
Yeah.
anyone here. You
Just
know,
normal guy.
Just a normal
Just the,
knuckles.
normal guy.
the casual guy who wins 4 Olympias.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
that's just something I did.
yeah.
Not who I am. You know,
still
Yeah.
awful at Call of Duty. He's just, your average dude.
I do still suck at Call of Duty. Fucking hell. Go try and play with my boys from high school, and they're just carrying me
Yeah.
along, just reviving me from the gulag every
Bro, I'm
5
the same
seconds.
way, though. It's so funny.
Brutal. That's why I
bro.
go back to playing God of War. It's easier.
Yeah, bro, it's so shitty because it's a kid's game, but that's the only reason why I play Fortnite. Like, it's just so easy, bro.
You think it's easy?
Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite's way harder than Call of Duty.
There's no way. You
I
think
can't,
so?
I can't even play it. I don't even know how.
You,
I still don't understand what building is.
all right, so
Well,
for
now
you
you
to
can do
try,
the,
there's
the
a
no
zero
build.
mode, so it takes all the building out of it, and it's just like aiming and running and just
Is
having
it-
to be tactical.
Is it third person or first person?
Third person.
That's hard.
Some of the guns, though, if you aim down sights, it turns into first
goes
person
into it?
mode.
Mhm.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if you and Vaughn ran a little bit of a gaming video, that would do pretty well.
Maybe we can try.
Imagine
Yeah.
us playing COD, though. It's
Imagine
like-
you two playing CODs and whoever, like, make a bet out of it.
I feel like we could do both. My first time ever playing Fortnite and then COD.
He hasn't played COD in like 5 years, so it'd be his
Yeah,
first
it would
time
pretty
playing
much be
COD.
my first
You'd
time.
smoke him.
I don't know. I was at Hani's house training before the Olympia, and his 9-year-old kid fucking smoked me.
Yeah, but
He was
he's
screen
9
cheating
years.
for sure.
Yeah.
He's 9 years old though. He's cracked out. His like that's all he
I
lives
guess.
for. You know.
Yeah.
I was giving him hell because he was screen cheating. Screen cheating. I'm like, I'm not screen cheating. I'm like, I can see your eyes. He knows where he was like aiming around the corner. I'd walk around and just headshot. I'm like, one motherfucker. Kids are too good at games.
Yeah. What?
How did we even get onto that?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
How did we?
Oh,
get
you're
to that?
roasting me for just being bad at Call of Duty.
That's right.
Mm.
It's one of those simple things, you know.
Yeah, like we're gonna have to start a streaming channel after this. And
Well, if
I don't
it's-
understand
bro,
why
if
you
it's me and
don't.
him playing, then it's gonna
That's-
be like him reviving me, him dying, then me reviving him, and just like constant cycle of that.
no, I'm just gonna go.
They're just gonna live
You're
in
gonna come
the-
to revive me, and we're just both dying, and we're gonna be in the lobby the whole
Yeah.
time.
So
That's gonna be the whole stream.
Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see some form of gaming from Chris or Vaughn or both, because that'd be interesting.
We could stream us playing.
Yeah.
Nintendo. Why
Mario Kart?
Mario Kart. Or
Bro.
Super Smash Bros.
Hmm.
That game's hard.
I'm good at Smash Bros. Or I used to be.
On
Been
the
like 10 years,
GameCube?
but GameCube.
Yeah.
I haven't
need
heard that in a
the-
minute.
Directional buttons. The yellow
Yeah,
arrow
yeah.
buttons.
That's another crazy thing. So like, let's take it outside of bodybuilding, gaming, like that industry, and just the level of like notoriety you can gain and how lucrative it is. Like, I would definitely say it's comparable to how like these modern age fitness influencers are, because like, let's be honest, there are some influencers out there now in this year, they make a lot of money a month because of their name and
Bro,
their pull.
gaming is way bigger than fitness.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Way bigger.
Like
Bro, they
that's-
have like $2 million buy-ins to competitions.
that's like
Fucking Mr. Olympia I got $50,000 for winning. the
salty
Olymp-
about that. Are you
No,
salty about
because
that?
that's not where I get my income. I still make more than Mr. Olympia. I'm hustling outside, but like, you know,
But yeah, that's just like one,
Like,
of, one of those major things.
what's,
like,
what's the most money someone's ever made from gaming? It's probably like upwards of $10 million.
ridiculous.
Call
Yeah.
of Duty, Call of Duty champs last year, they won $1 million. Or Halo. It was Halo.
Oh, it's only 1 million.
They won $1 million.
Only $1 million.
But I've heard the buy-in
Yeah.
is 2 million.
That's for
Yeah,
like
that's
PC
crazy.
games like League of Legends, Dota. Like those are internationally renowned. Like, yeah, I
Okay.
could see that.
Yeah.
But no, bro. Even like Super Smash Bros. Like there's some streamers on YouTube Gaming and Twitch TV. They make at least 6 figures a month just because they're streaming. Like
That's crazy.
they're averaging like 20,000 views a stream.
Wild.
Their ad revenue just from Twitch, and then brand deals.
2023, me and Vaughn are just gonna stop training and fucking game all day.
Bro,
Bro.
$32.8 million was the highest payout for a gaming tournament.
So people didn't hear the highest payout, $32.8 million.
That's
bro,
ridiculous.
what are we doing with our lives?
How much
We're
percent
not-
is 50,000 of 32.8 million?
Not even worth taking out a calculator.
We're in the wrong industry.
Brutal.
Fuck.
But we have big muscles that don't do anything. That causes pain and headaches and injuries and
Yeah.
misery, but joy.
Oh,
So yeah, I guess we're
Well.
starting to stream after this.
Yeah.
I'm already ahead.
we're gonna have to.
Biggest goals,
What's
2023.
your biggest goal?
Fuck, that's a great question.
I asked you on the raw truth. You gave me a dodgy answer.
I give you a dodgy answer? I don't even recall what I said.
You had some major things in the works.
Oh.
But you also said Vaughn Streets earlier in the video, so I brought that up. But
Well,
we
Vaughn
already
Streets
talked
I'm
about
excited
that.
about. We got something else coming up I'm not going to talk about still. Because Vaughn Streets is at least going to come out soon. Everything's fucking
Yeah.
playing. Our other
Yeah.
shit's just
Well-
it's taking a minute to do right. So
That's Vaughn Streets is made public. I don't think the other is that public yet.
No.
no,
No.
not yet.
Okay.
I don't think either of them are.
No. Neither of
No.
them are.
Well, those will be big.
Yeah.
I would like to keep. I would like to personal goal. I would like to build a full year of like routine and like being on point of shit. Because I like flaked off the gym last year for the first 3 months, and then like kind of like focused on business, and then it took me so long to get back in the gym. Then my routine was bad. I was like waking up and then just coming right here. I want to like get up early every day, fucking do cardio, cold tub like I've been doing, train hard, and do like a full year of like consistency. And I had a shit off season last year. Like it was horrible. And working with Hani this year, he's not going to let me have that. So I want to be able to properly balance bodybuilding and business and everything this year and feel good through that. And then I would like to win my 5th Olympia title, of course, finish the year strong like that. And then, yeah, launch these kind of brands and take them to the next level and enjoy the excitement of it. And, as we were talking, like the highs, I'm on a fucking 5-year running streak of highs, know?
Yeah.
It's going to slow down eventually or to fucking plummet. So
Crash and burn.
right? I'm one of those people where sometimes when everything's going good, I'm like, I try not to let myself get too excited because I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't guaranteed. Like, and almost in a positive way, like tomorrow isn't promised. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. And that's where I'm kind of like just learning to enjoy the process of it all. Because
Be
if my
present.
high is every day of enjoying what we're doing, what we're building, these moments, like all this shit, and this is what I'm looking forward to just today and right now, it's not like, oh, when this fucking makes that much money and this blows. It's like, no, just building it right now, this process. So continuously learning to like be present in the journey and every day and just enjoying this so that whatever happens, I'm like, well, at least I enjoyed every day of what I had and what's next,
Yeah. It's a great way to look at life.
How about you, Vaughn?
Honestly, as of right now, Vaughn Streets is like, I think that's the number one for me because it's my first business endeavor, and I would love to see that succeed. And
Got your name stamped on it better.
Yeah.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So that's a lot of pressure in itself. So just like, I don't know, I think it's gonna be so cool to be able to walk into like a vitamin shop or something and see like little Vaughn Streets right there.
Yeah.
But
Or we're chasing bigger than Vitamin Shop.
well, yeah, but I don't know. That's definitely like one of my biggest things outside of like personal stuff. But as a person, I want to be able to like, I definitely have to find like at least my biggest goal personally is to find a good balance between like social media and like keeping that running while being able to maintain the stuff that I kind of push to the side, which is like friendships, relationships, like friends, family, that kind of thing. And I just want to build that back up because it's definitely not where it should have been in 2022. So
It's hard to balance all that shit.
yeah. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I feel so shitty because like, bro, some of my friends reach out to me and like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, you have to prioritize these people in your life, and you're like kind of not doing that the correct way. I'm like, dude, I really don't know how to do it. So it's just like I want to be able to find that good balance of being able to keep that while doing the same shit that I'm doing. And I know it's gonna get hectic because like the whole business aspect is coming in too now. So I just want to be able to kind of be able to balance like everything equally in my life. And
You will learn almost as a positive is like as stuff gets really busy, your circle will get smaller. Some
Yeah.
people might get pissed, but like you can't have a huge circle forever. You know, not everyone's
know.
meant to be in your life all the time. So you have
Yeah.
a small, close friends, family, girl, and like you just like that's your priority. And
yeah,
of course, you got to make sure
that's your
you,
little group.
you call your mom
Yeah.
every now and then, tell her you love her. But you don't need to fucking have 40 friends that you keep up with because you're friends in high school. You know.
No, I know, but it would be good to keep a select few, you know.
course,
so
yeah.
like, I don't know, kind of just like working on myself, business stuff, and I just want to make 2023 like a really good year. So, just gotta stay happy, positive this whole time, and
New
you
year,
know,
new Vaughn.
You chasing $1 million for 2023?
a mil.
You chasing $1 million?
Know
On
what?
Instagram,
IG.
YouTube.
bro. Bro, I'm not even at 100K yet.
Bro, 100K is the hardest one. After
Let's drop
that,
a
it's
bet
just-
in this right now. Not for $1 million.
I'm not shaving my head. Or the beard. All hair is staying on my face and
Chris
my
is
head.
just like, well, this is pointless.
Yeah,
now.
bro, I'm out.
All right, no, but realistically, 250.
If you don't hit 100K by the end of the year, we're shaving your head.
I'll do. No, that's gonna happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly.
But like realistically, bro, we like you went from 1,000 to 58K in like 9 months. Or you
I mean,
went
in retrospect, that's
58K.
not the best, but like,
Bro, for small YouTubers, that's still a pretty good.
How about if you don't hit 200K
fuck, I'm not shaving my head.
by the Olympia next year? You have to go to my night show and watch me compete in a dress.
Why are
Bruh.
you gonna wear it? Oh, him.
Me.
Wow.
You have to go in a dress.
All right, lock it in. Lock it in.
Fuck. Can it be anything other than a dress?
Why? A skirt.
That's even worse.
A skirt and a crop top.
bro.
One
Oh
better
my
be
God.
peeled for that.
150K subs. That's like
Right?
9 months.
Fuck, dude, that's a big. That's like 100K right there.
Yeah, but if you think about it, bro, 2 videos a week, consistent.
That's like 10,000 subs a month.
Occasionally we have Chris on the channel. Maybe you're on his channel with a nice plug. Like it'll happen.
All right, I'll be nice. 100K subs
Okay, I'll do
by
100K.
November, the first week of November, though,
Do
whatever the
100K.
Olympia is.
Oh, we're about to smash that.
Yeah, but speaking of YouTube stuff, I don't know if we can talk about this, but the potential Bros on the Road series is that
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's all about.
Okay. Calvin, you're
All right,
awful.
it was
Us
just Calvin.
traveling
It was
and
just
getting
Calvin.
food
It was
and
just Calvin
training
then.
and shit?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down. I just have to travel a fuck ton.
Yeah.
So if I have like a work travel, you might just have to come with me. We'll do that on the
Are we going
side.
to Dubai?
Bro, I'm not ready for that. Party.
I don't mean Dubai.
flight's
Like I
such
might have
ass,
to go to
bro.
like fucking Kentucky. You know, I don't know if there's like Kentucky Fried Chicken out there. You know,
That's the place you think of.
We'll
Nash-
go to-
I might have to go to Nashville.
That's fine.
Probably going to Dallas. Like they're like, you know,
Just tag along and get some
Yeah,
food. and
bros on the
train.
road, train.
as long as we don't have to drive either, because I fucking hate road trips. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm
no
not about
drive.
that.
You know where we'll drive to?
Revive.
West Palm.
West Palm. That's the furthest we're driving.
Yeah, episode 1 we'll go to like Jupiter.
Go to Calaveras.
Let's find a fire burger, like, because there's no good burgers in fucking Martin County, Port St.
No.
Lucie.
Well, now you say burgers. Do you know how Dave Portnoy does like
Pizza.
just
Pizza?
pizzas?
Yeah,
Yo.
Should we stick to like
the same.
just like not pizza, but like burgers or like?
But I feel like that takes away, you know,
Does
because if we're
it?
in Dallas,
I
we
guess,
could be like
yeah.
the best barbecue joint in Texas. If we're
True.
in Nashville, we could do like Nashville chicken, you know, like
Yeah, you gotta get the best food of this
Yeah,
spot.
of the
Then
spot.
yeah. When Calvin comes back, I got to film a cheat day, so we can all do that.
yeah, cheat day.
Well, or probably cheat food.
Isn't your cheat food like a pub sub though? the
First
100
watch.
to 120 grams of
a
protein,
cheat, isn't it?
No, yeah, it is for sure.
That's pretty filthy.
Yeah,
No, my cheat meals aren't real cheat meals, but I don't like shitty food.
First watch.
First watch is fire.
Or pancakes.
Blaze pizza,
Yeah.
fire.
do you like Blaze?
I love Blaze. No?
Dude, I went there and like they gave me like a undercooked pizza. The dough was still raw and shit. I
Well,
was
you
like,
just got a bad. The guy there always
No,
stoned
tell
in
him
the back
about
doing
tell
it.
him about your Popeyes experience, bro.
Oh my god, you got
Oh,
raw chicken, didn't
dude,
you?
I got raw chicken.
Oh, I've heard.
First
this
time
story.
going to Popeyes.
I've heard
I
of
was
these
so
stories.
excited.
He was filming a cheat day video
Good
for the
video.
YouTube.
It was like the first bite of the sandwich. I was like, you know what? This is gonna be the best chicken sandwich I've ever
They're
had.
fucking good when they're cooked.
And then I bite into this pink ass chicken, and I'm like,
Oh.
I'm never eating fried chicken again, bro.
Oh, that made me
Yeah.
like nauseous to think
Yeah.
of like the texture
It's
of
like-
like raw chicken.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, fibery,
My eyes are watering right now thinking of that.
bro's crying.
roast soft.
Would you ever go back there and eat one? Or are you scared now?
To
That's the bet.
Popeyes,
Yeah.
That's the bet.
I would probably have to bring it home and microwave it for like a good 2 minutes.
We
But,
just cut it in half and make sure it's cooked.
or I could do that. Yeah,
That's a much smarter approach.
yeah.
They're fucking good when they're on.
I'm sure they are, but I'm definitely scarred from that though.
Chick-fil-A is the winner, I guess.
Yeah, bro, Chick-fil-A's the goat.
All right, so some YouTube series coming up and other ideas and whatever else you guys want to see us do,
Yeah.
let us know.
Run it in the comments.
But I think that's a beautiful podcast. Thank you for
How long
joining
did it
us,
run
Vaughn.
for?
60 minutes.
60?
Yep.
Cut it now. We got to be exactly 60.
All right, later, guys.
30 seconds left. Wait. 29.
Oh, we're at 59 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
59 minutes and
I'm
It's
just
just,
gonna put
it's just going up like raw, like
Yeah.
no cuts or anything.
A few cuts. Just like
Oh, so there's no point in even waiting
Yeah.
until.
where we're
60.
talking right now, aren't we?
All right, well, thank you for having me. This was a great time, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So.